it up based on my birth date. I thought he was teasing when he answered a few minutes later. It's Parashat Bo, at the beginning of Exodus. Parashat Bo? When Moses tells Paro, let my people go, uttering those mighty words that became the slogan of our struggle for freedom in the Soviet Union? This cannot be a coincidence, I thought. I will have to have a bar mitzvah. 65 seemed like a perfectly good age. 5 times 13. On the appointed day, I read the first 2 parts of the Torah portion with the proper tropes, the traditional cantillation. Fortunately, my 2 sons-in-law stepped in and read the other 5 parts and the accompanying biblical passage from Jeremiah 43, the Haftorah, which envisions the Jews being redeemed. Yet the ordeal wasn't over after the candies had been pelted and my young cleanup crew had arrived. I still had to make that speech. I analyzed Exodus 10:1 through Exodus 13:16, which peaks with the 10th plague, killing the firstborn Egyptians. I asked, what makes this plague different from all the other plagues the Egyptians endured? The first 9 plagues seem like a Greek drama, starring 3 protagonists, God, Moses, and Paro. Aharon is a supporting player. The mass of Jewish slaves have no individuality. Their voices merge into one Greek chorus. But for the big one, the 10th plague, every Israelite must act individually. Every adult in the community has to take a stand. Each Israelite first has to decide to be free, then act free. Each one rejects the Egyptian gods by slaughtering a lamb, an animal Egyptians worshipped. Then the Israelites publicly proclaim they no longer wish to live there, marking their doorposts with the lamb's blood. I explained that only by defying Egypt publicly could those slaves become free, and only through each individual declaration of independence could they join together in the national exodus. Real change occurs when each person stops being controlled by fear and starts acting independently. All this paralleled the refusing struggle against the Soviet system. Like Egyptian slavery, the communist regime was designed to intimidate, to crush. Every Jew hoping to immigrate had to overcome overwhelming fear by soliciting an invitation from Israel, a Soviet enemy. Applying for visa required seeking permission from each Soviet school and workplace that defined your life. Essentially, you shouted publicly, I don't accept your gods. I want to leave this country. And what was the payoff? In Exodus, God offers the Jewish people. The Jews leave Egypt and 7 weeks later receive the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai, accepting identity and freedom as a package deal. This would become one of our people's main missions, balancing our right to belong and to be free. 3,500 years later, I got the great payoff by joining that journey. Once I hopped aboard, I was never alone. 3 perspectives. Admittedly, this book reads like an autobiography, co-authored with the American historian and Zionist activist Gil Troy. And the book traces my journey from 9 years in the Soviet prison to 9 years in Israeli politics, then 9 years in Jewish communal leadership. But this book is not exactly a memoir. Immediately after my release from the Soviet Gulag, in 1986, I wrote my prison memoir, Fear No Evil. As for my life and freedom in Israel, I believe I am still too young to sum it all up. After all, I was only bar mitzvahed 7 years ago. This book tells the story of the most important conversation of my life.